I was diagnosed with breast cancer almost 7.5 years ago. I'm very grateful to be a survivor. You could not palpate my tumor. It might have been a very different story if I hadn't gone for that mammography. It would have been at least stage 2 before it could be felt. I am very grateful that I did so well. I've had 2 biopsies since my breast cancer. The second one, my mammography was fine. My sonogram showed it. I asked all the questions, and all the answers I got did not point to a happy ending. I went home and I spent a very difficult few days. And then when I went for the actual biopsy, you try to put it out of your mind, waiting for the results, but it's always in your mind.
I reached out to Sheryl and I could hear the fear in her voice. I instantly felt a connection with her. I wanted to make sure to expedite her results so that she doesn't have to wait a long time. She was obviously nervous because she didn't want another bad diagnosis.
I was a little surprised when I first heard from Sharmilee because I had never experienced anything like that before. And she made me feel so much better because I knew I had her in my corner. And I wasn't a number, I was a human being that she cared about.
I reached out to the head of the pathology and made sure that the specimen was sent out the same day and processed the results the same day.
They sent a car from LIJ for my pathology to Greenlawn. That means a lot when you're going through it. You know, days seem like weeks when you're waiting for something like that. And I had my biopsy results the next day at noon. When I got the news that it was benign, I started to cry immediately.
Sheryl, after getting the results, called me and thanked me, and we just started crying, both of us. Hearing the relief in her voice, it just made us emotional. And so the next month, I think I called her back again to just see how she was doing.
Right away, I knew that we had a connection and that this was somebody who could be important to me and in my life. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, this is the first day I met her, all these months later.
It was very emotional, and I was so overjoyed to see her.
It was great to actually put a face to the voice. Even though it was her job to contact me, the amount of compassion and empathy that she showed me was because of who she was, not because of her job title. I wanted to thank her for how special she is.
It just takes a minute to do that extra bit that goes a long way. Patients need that empathy and compassion from us in healthcare because we're all going through hard times and we need to be there for each other.
Caring about people, putting a smile on your face, being kind and compassionate make all the difference. I will forever be grateful for how this was handled. I'll never be able to say enough kind things about this experience.